bless you. Yes, I'm on the road, and good evening to you. Yes, good evening to you. Yes, good evening. I have I have a question that I want to pose, although I know the answer, but I like to engage in a dialogue about this Kamala and ABC and uh, Linsey Davis and David, what's his name? David
David Muir?
Muir, yeah. And it was reported to me that they colluded to cheat during the debate of Donald Trump, former president, and ABC. They listened to Kamala, who wanted Donald Trump to be fact checked and not heard. And the questions, specific questions, she told them to ask her and not to ask questions concerning her work career and some other questions. In other words, easy questions, but be hard on Donald Trump. ABC and Linsey Davis, in the spirit of collusion, not fair. If you're going to strive, the Bible said you must strive lawfully. In other words, be people of justice. And yes, that's what happened. But they're gonna pay the price. Because I'm gonna tell you, God's eyes in every corner. He behold the good and evil of every man. Nobody gets away. And it's gonna come out. And I'm sure Donald Trump is going to sue ABC and David Muir and Linsey Davis. Oh, it's going to be something else. And if this comes out that is true, then Kamala, her campaign is done. It's over. That's what Barry Cunningham, he's something else. Y'all ought to check him out. He got the sophistication of putting the pictures up, and oh, he's something else. And he said they're done. so let's discuss this. Some of you, if you believe that this woman cheated, I want you to respond and give your opinion. It's just not right. These people are wicked. And when she did the interview today at the Black Journalists Conference, and she told so many lies. Now that man already said that he's the 5, And she just keep on saying it, and she know good and well she's lying, and she's too radical. They ask her one question and she goes to talking about something else. You ask her, what is your name? Well, you see, what is a name? You see, when I was a child, my name was, well, my name was Kamala. But now it's been changed to Kamala. Well, what is your name now? Well, it could be, it could be something else. I don't want to say. I mean, I've never seen nothing like this in my whole life. The Indians would say she talked with forked tongue. And that's another word for she tell lies. Yeah, you're right. They sorority sisters. Uh-huh. All right. All right, I hear you, Joshua. See? And it's just wrong to what they did to Donald Trump. If you're going to strive, you got to strive lawfully. Yeah.
Stay in this lane right here.
So, Dominique, what do you have to say about this?
She's a liar. There's been an affidavit.
Right?
From a whistleblower from ABC. It laid everything out. She received questions ahead of time. Pre-debate phone calls going over how the debate will be managed.
The fact checking.
There was an agreement or an arrangement to have Trump be fact checked live and not her. So I mean, it's all obvious. If you can't see it, and if you don't see it in the debate, and if you don't understand, if you didn't see what was happening, you obviously are either demon possessed, or actually slow, or deaf, dumb, and blind. Because it was pretty obvious that it was very one-sided.
Right.
So
right.
It's one of those three things. You're either demonic and demon possessed, slow, or deaf, dumb, and blind.
Yeah, obtuse. All right.
So
dismal,
you don't need you don't need an affidavit. You don't need a whistleblower to see what happened during the debate.
But it's good to have somebody that was on the inside before the debate, that they made an agreement. And that lady told, I guess it was the lady, did you say she had an accident?
There's reports that the whistleblower had a car accident and didn't make it, but I can't find anything substantial.
I don't think so.
But yeah, that was the latest report that I got from that. But yeah.
And anybody saw the interview today of Kamala with the black journalists conference, and the people, they were commenting. They said she is a liar. He said, oh man, they talked about her. Said she just cannot tell the truth. Yeah, they just, oh my goodness. I don't think I saw one support from that, from the chat line, not even one.
Yeah. I mean, Kamala's videos are constantly being ratioed, meaning that she's receiving more negative comments than positive feedback. And
you gotta get home right away.
Huh?
You gotta get home right away.
I would like to. The news is this screen that's making that noise. The news likes to make it seem like she has a fair shot with these fake polls, because that's why rally sizes are so important, and that's why Trump makes such a big deal about the size of his rallies and the amount of people who attend his rallies. It ain't just because he's egotistical. It's to it puts and it basically it's basically showing the difference, like basically giving you a preview of what the election is going to be like.
Right.
You can compare the rallies and basically have a clear indication of who's going to win.
Oh, all right. Well,
and that's why he makes those comments about rally sizes and all of that, because it does matter.
Right.
And it matters in places like New York. He had an outstanding turnout in New York, in California, like places where it's blue no matter who, vote blue no matter who. Yeah, there's people that I know, there's friends that I have in California and in New York, and they're saying that they're turning red. Nobody is really saying that they're excited to vote for Kamala, but those who are voting for Trump, they make it very, very clear. Nobody's afraid to admit it anymore, because most people see what's at hand and what's at stake. Our freedom of speech is at stake. You have Hillary Clinton that just made some statement saying that people like us, people who would vote for Trump, need to be imprisoned for misinformation. She also said years ago that we need to be re-educated. We need to be in re-education camps. Kamala wants to take away our free speech and our pew-pews, our guns. These people are
no guns. No, they're not gonna give up their guns.
Oh, I thought you said they're not gonna try to come get our guns.
No, I said no.
Oh, yeah, that's the whole point of having the Second Amendment. We're not gonna. You can't comply.
That space cadet. Her running partner. He is really. You talking about weird? He wants to have the young people to have sex change operation without the consent of the parents. I mean, really, he's way out there. And something else. Oh, Tampon Tim, that's his name. It just don't make no sense. They're the most radical candidates I ever heard of in my whole life. So, I want to hear the comments of others that, man, I'm telling you, and they're trying to cheat. Well, they did cheat. And ABC, they need to be sued. And ABC, which is connected to Disney, the ratings has gone down so bad until they had to cut the program of Jimmy Fallon and also Jimmy Kimmel He hated Trump. I mean, he hated Trump. Now he's going to be canceled. He's going to be canceled. And I want to know, Robert De Niro and the women on The View, they hate Trump. And Robert De Niro, he wants to punch Trump in the mouth. He said, man, Trump would be done knocked him out. The point I'm trying to make is so much animosity against this man. The man just got shot, a couple months ago. And there was another assassination attempt.
And both of those shooters are associated with BlackRock. This last shooter is affiliated with the quote-unquote world chef, who is buddy-buddy with the Clintons, with Biden. And this last shooter is affiliated with Ukraine, basically finding soldiers for Ukraine. He was originally in Hawaii and then came to Florida. How did he know that Trump was going to actually be golfing at that location? Nobody is saying. But there's a few moles in Trump's camp, so he needs to do some deep cleaning in his camp. Some are suspecting that Sean Hannity has something to do with it, because he actually knew that Trump was going to be golfing and knew the location, because he was invited there. That you don't have the information that I have. He was invited to be there, but he turned it down. Also, CNN was reporting in that area as well. And for some reason, all of these mainstream news outlets, they seem to be around whenever Trump is almost killed. They seem to be in the vicinity. They seem to be around and always just right there whenever Trump is almost killed. But the guy's name, Ralph, what is his name? Here, let me just play the video for you guys.
Y'all hear?
So who wants to play a game? I got a fun game that we can play. Let's call it the Kevin Bacon game. You know?
Wait, hold on.
Between some weirdo and Joe Biden.
Hold on.
So who wants to play? I got a fun game that we can play. Let's call it the Kevin Bacon game. 7 degrees of separation, except I don't think we're going to need to go to 7 degrees. Does anyone know who this guy is? Jose Andres, World Central Kitchen, was nominated by Democrats for a Nobel Peace Prize. Look, he is obviously very well known. Oatmeal Brain knows him. He even gave him a double-armed handshake. And then the president even tapped him to lead the president's council on sports, fitness, and nutrition. This guy must be really important. Oh, I mean, of course, he's friends with Harrison Walls, too. Why wouldn't he be? I mean, looks like he's a celebrity chef to the Democrats. But wait, he's also friends with this guy. Whoa, that's weird. Hold on a second. He's friends
the shooter.
With him, too? Wow. What is this guy?
How is the shooter so well connected? Hold on. How is the shooter so well connected with this guy who is connected to Linsey, Biden, the Clintons, all he's in there. He's in the political realm. Exactly. There we go. 2 + 2 = 4. So this guy that you see over here next to Zelensky was just in a picture and is connected to the shooter.
Oh, see, Zelensky.
Okay, that is the shooter.
Send him over to kill the president.
This is that, but they're all in cahoots with Biden and the Clintons. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's why when Trump says, what is it? Drain the swamp.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot to drain because everybody's connected. There's so many people who are connected. And that's why it's important to.
Zelensky heard that Trump was going to shut that war down. So,
yeah.
So that's
and the war is nothing but a money laundering scheme, and then also they want to go to war with Russia because Russia wants to be sovereign and don't want to have anything to do with NATO, and NATO is basically threatening Russia whenever you're dangling the idea of the Ukraine joining in with NATO. That goes against the agreement. That goes against the whole agreement. So all of this is all connected. This guy was hired.
He's friends with him too?
That's the shooter.
Wow. What is this guy doing hanging out with this guy in Ukraine? And hanging out with this guy? And hanging out with this guy? And apparently he's hanging out with those two also. Do you think that maybe someone should take a look at that? Oh yeah, let's go. Think that might be worth looking at? What do you think? I told you, we didn't even need 7 degrees. We had 2 degrees of separation between some weirdo.
It's so clear. It's clear as day. And that just goes to show that they're running out of options. And so, and the good thing about this is it's been reported that Governor Ron DeSantis is not going to release this shooter, Rock. He's not going to release them to the FBI because the FBI cannot be trusted. The FBI is a leftist 3-letter organization that goes completely against the Constitution. What they go against Donald Trump. They're like a Gestapo gang basically, and they use their powers for evil. And so
DeSantis don't trust him at all.
if he were to release this guy to the FBI, they're gonna Epstein him.
Yeah, Epstein.
They're gonna Epstein him. He's gonna get suicided.
And they'll burn up his body.
Exactly. So, but there's so much going on. It seems like there's something happening every single day. But what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. And God wins in the end, no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
But it's important to stay vigilant and to be on top of what's happening. So,
That's why I posed the question so that we can come to some reasonable conclusion.
Yeah. The reasonable conclusion is Democrats and some Republicans, they're all evil. They're all in a part of the quote-unquote establishment. They're all working towards globalism. They all want authoritarianism. They're all Marxists. They're totally against God, against freedom, against children being pure and innocent. They want chaos. That's why you have open borders. Kamala is responsible for the fact that we have open borders. And because of the open border situation, you have people in Chicago, black people, black and brown voices of Chicago, of this country, who are constantly going to the city council meetings, facing off with the black Democrat Mayor Johnson. And he stands there and he pretends as if he's listening when really all he's doing is brushing them off, because he's paid off. And even though he's black and he's a Democrat, he don't care not one bit about these black and brown voices. Now, these two ladies that I'm about to show you, they have been going viral. They're two older ladies. They're lifelong residents of Chicago. They've been fighting tooth and nail in these city council meetings in Chicago, because Chicago is currently $1 billion in debt.
$1 billion.
Chicago is currently $1 billion in debt. And these women of Chicago, and the reason why they're $1 billion in debt is because they are a sanctuary city, and they are receiving so many illegals, and they're having to use their resources. They're having to put them in hotels. They're taking over schools that are supposed to be for our black and brown children of America. They're taking over the schools and turning them into illegal. They are changing the recreational centers that are supposed to be for our young black boys and girls. They're using those recreational centers for the illegals. And so all of the funds that should have been going to our black and brown babies, all of the funds that should be going to our veterans who are homeless and destitute and on the streets and need help, and our own, homeless people who need maybe rehab and Job Corps training, all of those funds could have gone to our people. That's why when Trump says America first, how can you not be for that?
Right.
You have to be a complete idiot to not be for your own home being cleaned and worked on first.
Charity begins at home.
Yeah, charity begins at home. When you're on a plane, the mask falls down, they tell you to put your mask on first before you try to help somebody else. Okay? We already have crime. We already have homelessness. We already have issues when it comes down to our food, our resources. And it's like, in our jobs, our black jobs at that. Maybe if you would listen and actually listen to these residents of sanctuary cities and states, you would know what Trump meant by they're taking our black jobs, because they are. Anyway, and if you're offended by that, then you really need to pray and ask God to bless your little heart, because you got some issues. Now listen to this.
$1 billion in debt. $1 billion in debt. $1 billion in debt. We're sick of a bunch of illegal immigrants stealing our money. You're stealing our money. You steal it. You steal it. You damn thieves. You thieves.
They are. They're stealing the money. They're a bunch of thieves. These ladies, their names is Miss Jackson and Mama Doris. And they be in every city council meeting, and they give them the business every single time, as they should. However, a part of me feels bad for the people of Chicago and the people of New York and the people of Springfield and the people of these sanctuary cities, these sanctuary states. But the other part of me don't kind of just feel like that's what you get. You get what you vote for. You get what you vote for. And when you have majority of black people who are vote blue no matter who, especially when the candidate is black, it's like I don't love to see this because it does hurt our black community, but it's like, well, it is what it is. This is what you.
Well,
this is what.
Wake up.
Yeah, this is your wake up call. So if you don't know by now, if you're still stuck on stupid
and superficiality
right.
of skin.
Yeah, if you still stuck on stupid, then it is what it is. I don't feel sorry for you.
I used to be a Democrat, and I used to vote Democrat no matter what. But now I know better. All right?
Right.
Democrats have been fooling us for years. It's like I give the illustration about the two turkeys on the farm. This is an allegory where one turkey said, "Hey, I'm getting out of here," because he know Thanksgiving is coming. And the other turkey said, "Well, if he didn't love us, why he feed us so well?"
And what I cannot stand is when black people try to group, and this is the white liberals' indoctrination on black people. It's the white liberal that tries to group everybody else to the black plight. Okay, even with BLM, Black Lives Matter. If you read their manifesto, it had nothing to do with black men, black heterosexual men. It had everything to do with dismantling the nuclear family. LGBTQ, and especially the T. It was basically hijacked by lesbian Marxists,
right?
And they always try to attach the LGBTQ and everything. And now the new thing is POC, people of color. That doesn't mean black people. We built this country, okay? We built this country. We were the first to put in the work to build this country. And Trump even said that.
Technological proficiency coming from Egypt. These people, our people built the pyramids of Egypt, and they are known for building. Most of the country was built, all in buildings downtown New York and different places. They were built by black folks.
Exactly. We built this country. And so now what they're trying to do is group everybody's a victim now. Everybody has the black plight going on. Okay, people of color. So now they want to group the illegals with black people and try to make it seem like, well, as a black person, you should understand what illegals are going through, because they're people of color too, and they weren't wanted, and y'all weren't wanted either. Remember Jim Crow and all that?
No, but they brought us
man,
over
please,
here.
yeah,
we didn't come.
They wanted us.
We came on the ships.
We came on.
And not by the way of the border either.
And some of us are actually indigenous to this land, right, because we have Native American heritage and blood in us. So a lot of us are indigenous to this land. Okay? Absolutely. So, I don't want to hear none of that. An illegal has no connection to me as an American.
But look
and
what
black
they're doing. They're killing people, murdering people.
Exactly.
And then the Haitians, I'm sorry, but I did a little background that the culture that they do eat cats and dogs. And yes.
I will show some videos.
Yeah.
I would show some videos. And it's not just Haitian people that eat cats and dogs. Like, Trump never said Haitians. In the he said the people are eating cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. And they are. Let me show y'all.
But it's true.
They are eating
They
the
locked
cats.
up a
They
woman.
eating the
They
dogs.
arrested a woman that had cat fur around
Exactly.
her mouth.
Pierre, he never said Haitians. And so when white people automatically assume that he's talking about the Haitian people, that's not true. And he's not just talking about Springfield. There's reports that are happening all over the country of birds from a Venezuelan, or he looked like a Mexican or somebody, but he definitely wasn't Haitian. And it's not like
They can't see.
yeah, I know. It's not like it's not weird. One thing that I noticed is that um I don't like seeing the videos and the pictures of the Haitian people having to get the ducks out of the ponds and stuff like that, because to me that reminds me of Dr. Cloud Anderson when he laid it all out, and he said that when it comes down to the illegal immigration and the open borders, they're going to start with the illegals coming in, the Mexicans, the Venezuelans, and people of lighter color. And then when it comes down to the darker colored illegals, there is going to be like, they're going to treat them differently. So it can be basically a race war in between those people, the American people, and you see the difference between how they treat the Venezuelans and the Asians and the Ukrainians and the Russians and the people who come over here legally of lighter skin compared to the Africans over here. They have to stay in a hotel.
They're trying to replace us.
Yeah, they have to stay in a hotel room, tend to a room, and they have to, fend for themselves in most cases, compared to the Venezuelans and the other people who of lighter skin come over here with stamps, cell phones, with everything that they need, free housing, free this, free that. And it's right. The way that people who I consider real asylum seekers of what's actually happening in Haiti, they're treating terribly. And why would they send all of those stations to Ohio when there's not a big population of Haitians already there? Don't know anybody. They don't have any community to help them assimilate. And we here in Miami, there it's like they come, they'll be able to assimilate and learn or even Orlando, we have a
real smart. I mean, very and Linsey at ABC News concluded they cheated during the debate. So listen, if you this ministry, well, I want you to go to ministry. Well, I want you to go to www. And I want to and we're dealing with issues. That's right. And I do not debate. I just state what I perceive to be the truth. And I do not debate. That's right. Because debating, it genders anger and animosity and all of that. So they are speaking truth, and their speed is being tampered with as a result. All right. Well, tomorrow we're going to deal with some other issues, but this Kamala is something else. So I want you guys to like, subscribe, and share. And that is like, subscribe, and share. And donate. Donate cheerfully and make your comment respectfully and pray. This country needs prayer. In case you didn't understand, I love my Haitian brothers and sisters. They are very industrious. They are very creative and they are faithful. And I thank God for them. Uh-huh. That's right. Praise God. I got a spiritual son, and he is smart, sharp, and he's a Haitian, but you wouldn't think that Haitians have these kind of perspicacious, precocious, way ahead of their times. But I tell you what, the Haitians are beautiful people. And every time I see one, I listen. I say, thank God you here. We welcome you here. And they're good workers. That's right. So, all right, I'm closing, and we'll see you all on tomorrow. All right. Until then, well, I want you to go and make a donation by the way of Zelle and Cash App. All right, Pierce. God bless you. Zelle, Cash App, and PayPal. Go to that website, www.shop7000club.com. All right? Well, I enjoyed the little time we spent together, and we're going to do some more of this stuff. We're going to be dealing with issues. That's right. Of course, the ministry is indigenous. We deal with church matters, but God told Jeremiah to prophesy against the king. All right? That can be the president or whoever's in charge of leadership in the secular. And then he said, prophesy against the priests. That is the episcopos, those that's in the ministry. And then prophesy against the people. So that covers everybody. So we will cry loud and spare not, and lift up our voice like a trumpet in Zion. Not just Zion, but oh, Israel, talking about the nation. Oh, United States, that's divided and need to come together, but I don't see a reconciliation of the Democrats and the Republicans. And that war of Hamas and Israel, listen, Ishmael, that's Hamas, and Isaac, that's Israel. And they've been fighting from the time of the birth of Isaac and Ishmael. They've been fighting for all them centuries. And Kamala talking about they got to stop this war. You listen, these people not going to stop fighting. They've been fighting forever. And the only way it's going to stop is that God himself going to have to come down and stop them, because they will not stop. Israel, they have made a vow, a commitment to wipe out Hamas. And they started it. Hamas started it. October 7th, 1,200 were killed. And the prime minister, he said he's not going to stop. So Kamala, you don't even know what you're talking about. Right. So you so powerful. I want you all to. I see y'all tomorrow. Got some more. I'm saying it right. And Linsey Davis and BC News, period. All right? All right. Like and subscribe, like, and share. Right. God bless you. Bye-bye.